It was a much different scene outside where police were on horseback trying to control a very vocal group of protesters. 10 News reporter Steve Fiorina made the drive to Anaheim. Steve?
There was some yelling, there was some chanting, and a lot of pushing and shoving. Some water bottles were thrown out, and someone threw a chunk of concrete about this big. It didn't hurt anyone, but it was still out there. As you can see, most of the protesters have now made their way away from the convention center. Now, tempers flared after protesters argued with each other, some of them politically, some racial, some religious. One little girl threw something at an adult. They were trying to be careful about what we show you because the signage and the language was often obscene. Chanting was going almost nonstop. There were bursts of intensity when the anger boiled over. One man knocked down by a deputy's horse as it swung his head around. He's a reporter for a Mexican station, taken to a hospital to be checked out. Today, so many different opinions and very loud opinions.
I'm here to protest Trump. You know, I grew up in Anaheim. This is my community. I work here. My family lives here. We're Mexicanos. We're Mexican. We're immigrants, and we don't like what he's been saying about us.
Yeah, I just want to get everything out in the open, just to find out what answers to it, and just coming out and screaming like this. How come they can't have a conversation?
Now, some of the protesters, as we know, have been taken away. Some were just escorted away, some taken away in handcuffs. We do not yet know exactly how many arrests, but it's suspected there were several because the helicopter up above from Channel 7 here in LA showed some people being handcuffed and pulled away, and we saw some down here that were also escorted. So, quiet now. We'll see what happens in San Diego on Friday. Live in Anaheim, Steve Fiorina, 10 News.